Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to First Issue Tech, Episode 1, Mission number 12. We made it. Thank you, Courtney, sir. Welcome to our wonderful show. How's it going?
Thank you, sir. Every day above ground is a great one. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? First Issue Tech, we are here. It's because of you guys. We've made it this far. This is our 12th mission to bring you some of the latest tech news and rumors. So, Mr. Kyle, let's get the show on the road.
And that we will. We got some fun stuff today. So it looks like Twitter is going to start a 24 live streaming. They're going to go head to head with with Twitch maybe, but having a constant stream. We'll see how that goes. Next on the slab, more leaks and rumors about what the next Pixel may be like. Is it going to be just two models? Is there a third one? Signs point to maybe. T-Mobile. Man, they just can't seem to get out of our newsfeed. T-Mobile.
No, they like it.
Yeah, they're taking aim at AT&T and all the other carriers. What's their next big move? Bam, and maybe some weird news, slightly concerning, is that a lot of major app developers for watchOS, aka the Apple Watch, are starting to pull support for apps. They don't want to make apps for the Apple Watch anymore. Is this bad? What do we think of it? And last, because one of the two of us still actually plays Pokemon Go. I'm just kidding. I play it eventually, every now and then.
Oh, there you go. Just go ahead and just put me out there. Like, yeah, well, I only play every once in a while, so that only leaves Courtney.
I still very much appreciate it. I love Pokemon Go, actually. I can't even lie. So there's going to be a new update. We'll talk about what that entails. So bada bing, bada boom. Strap in your boots, your shoes, your whatever you got, your butts. Hold on to your butts, because we're about to take you on a ride. Starting with that 24-hour, 24/7, live streaming service from Twitter, which is not a huge surprise because Twitter has been trying to go toe-to-toe with Instagram and Snapchats and trying to be your number one social media platform, which, I mean, I guess technically all of them are trying to be They're all trying to beat Facebook with being secondhand. So you seem like you're busting at the seam to say something. What you think?
Nah, I just really want to know if are they going to let users be a part of this 24-hour stream? Are users going to be able to really stream? Because if that's the case, we might have some Twitter fails like we have Twitch fails. So
no, this one's actually a bit different. This is more like
Periscope. Have you ever checked out Twitter's Periscope?
Well, Periscope's dead now, unfortunately. But yeah. I actually was a big fan of Periscope for a little while. I really liked it. I was sad when it really went under.
Well, I figured maybe they're taking that algorithm or whatever they did with that and just putting it into the actual Twitter, because they're trying to figure out a way to stay alive and generate some revenue, because they're kind of teeter-tottering, and being in Silicon Valley like that's not good. They need to make money. Foursquare figured out a way to do it. Twitter's got to do it.
Which is amazing. Again, still can't believe that, but smart people make money. Probably not. Well, what this really is it's not necessarily a live streaming in the traditional sense where you're getting a feed directly from someone's camera. However, it's going to be more like an actual around-the-clock channel for, what was it?
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed. I was going to say Bloomberg. I'm like, Bloomberg?
You can say Bloomberg, but I don't think they like it very much.
You're right. BuzzFeed going around on the clock. Potentially sporting events being on there.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, because you're absolutely right. You've got Bloomberg and BuzzFeed along with The Verge, and then just adding as they go. No, you're right. Sorry about that.
No, that's cool. Thanks for fact checking. So yeah, they're essentially going to make their own television channel, but totally live streamed around the clock on Twitter. Now it will be really neat.
If you could do on demand, like DVR recorded, I mean.
Well, I mean that kind of Well, actually, that already exists. You know what it is? YouTube.
What? True. Very true. Because you can't miss anything if it's online and you happen to fall asleep. All you have to do is go to YouTube.
Or anywhere else. But no, my actual suggestion would be just simply, would you be able to have this live stream going maybe in a banner at the top while you scroll through your feed and retweet and quote? Because to me, maybe I'm just weird, but I used to do this like every day. Wake up, get my cup of coffee, and this is when I had my Galaxy S7. No other phone had it. I would sit and I would watch all of my podcasts on YouTube, and I'd have it in dual window mode up top and my Twitter at the bottom, and I would scroll through my feed, listen to all the new videos that came out, and check out the news on Twitter as well. That's my millennial equivalent to the old man getting his cup of coffee and popping up the newspaper.
Well, I think that's actually a good idea. Have a small banner, maybe like a 2-3 inch banner going all the way across, with or maybe just centering it above the feed, so that way you can literally watch or listen to whatever's going on and still stay updated with your feed, in a post and retweet and stuff like that. I like that. That's a good idea. So how do you think the live stream is going to affect the social aspect of Twitter, or people's engagement, how we as users engage in Twitter?
If they get some big events, and if they get the right things and they advertise it right, it can be tremendous. Because one of the great things about Twitter is it's a commentary platform where everyone has a voice.
Right, but it's not going to be easy with them going like toe to toe, blow for blow with Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, even Snapchat for this matter. I mean,
true. That's why I say it has potential, because say they're able to stream something like an NFL playoff game, and you can watch the NFL game or a Twitter specific feed, and you can keep tweeting about everything that's going on at that point, and you're interacting and you're tweeting, and you are this one big network, this instant network of voices for this event. And whereas you would have had popularity because of that anyway, this can help solidify and bring in more people and bring in that ad revenue, and eventually you'll get people paying Twitter to be on that feed because they're getting all the extra hits, because they're trending on the hashtags. If they can get this to coincide with getting, some of these viral ads that would go viral, even more notoriety through these stream-specific hashtags, because I'm pretty sure every ad will have its own hashtag.
Oh, it will only make sense to.
They've done work. Social media has flopped up before, but yes, if they can have this all together, then I guess it can be great. It can also fail miserably if they don't implement these things and really capitalize on it in a bing bang boom way.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think as far as I know you're just using it as an example, but for them to broadcast NFL games, I doubt it, because the NFL Network.
Oh yeah, no.
And the NFL Network, and then their NFLnetwork.com or the NFL Network app, you can stream all the games, especially if you have a DirecTV subscription, and if the Sunday ticket, you can stream all the games, watch any game you want. You can see what's trending, and it's very much like what you're identifying as your idea of indicating as your idea is Twitter's live stream and interacting with people in real time, because you can interact in real time, update your fantasy football, see the game, see what's trending. You can see all of that, and you can interact at the same time, which I think if Twitter took that same idea and pulled an Apple on their website, then I'd say, full steam ahead, let's go Twitter. Taking, I say pulling an Apple, meaning taking someone else's idea and just improving on it.
Like the Reddit AMA structure. What if you were able to make time a show, have it maybe like 3 times a week, where it's simply an interview of these viral stars or even smaller celebrities, i.e. bring on like just randomly Bryan Cranston on, and it's streamed at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come hashtag Bryan stream and come tweet at him. You can see it live and he'll answer your tweets, streamed right all through the app.
Yep, I think So yeah, see, things like that are all good. It's just getting these ideas off the drawing board and actually into our lives.
Yes, sir. And if they hopefully they have a committee that can think of great ideas like that and implement them, or otherwise this is going to be pretty bad. Or if they simply have a just one little menu that brings you right to the stream and that's all you can do. If you're not able to watch that stream and tweet at the same time, then they're done. Then this is just a stupid idea. And that's all I have to say on that. I think I've run the gamut on that one.
No, that's not. Hey, sometimes you get a little bit, you get into it, and you start thinking about it, and you're like, you know what? All the ways you can make something better or change something up, you start thinking like it's yours, and you want to just blab it all out. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's talk about this rumored Google Pixel 2 Double XL. That used to be one of my favorite magazines, Double XL. Great hip hop magazine, long time ago. Back when people actually read magazines.
Right. Mid-90s. The mid-90s and early 2000s. Magazines were the bomb. You're not wrong, man.
Only magazine I read now is a Game Informer. Shout out to Game Informer for still putting that piece of paper in my hand so I could turn those real pages, because it's nothing like turning a page.
Shout out to GameStop for keeping them going.
Yeah, right. So I'm not really impressed because there's not a whole lot of information, but I really want to keep this. I don't want to turn it into a Google Pixel 2 XL rant because I can easily do so. I'm glad there are no image leaks, because that would be even more disappointing if it looked exactly like the current Pixel out right now. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm so close.
I know. I think Google is smart enough.
Hold on, let me put my tongue in my cheek. Go ahead, you can talk.
I think Google's smart enough to realize, because if they watched any review, everyone's been bashing the way it looks. So that's definitely something that Google's smart enough. All they have to do is ask the Google Assistant what was the number one problem with the Google Pixel, and everyone will tell them it's its design. Mm-hmm.
Well, with the new one that's coming out later this year, it's still only coming out with the A35 SoC processor, which I don't understand.
Unless your name is Huawei, I don't think you're going to have, or Xiaomi, I don't think you're going to have anything but a Snapdragon 835 this year.
Yeah, see, if that's the processor to be, and it's going to be the only one we have this year, okay, that's fine. And then, what about the camera? And other than that, everything else, the subpar upgrade. That's really what it is. It's a subpar upgrade. Yes, you get a major improvement with the processor, but then the RAM, the camera, OS, still only subpar upgrade.
Again, everything's speculated.
Yes, I keep. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead. It's all speculation.
Yes. Same thing with these iPhone 8 mocks and leaks, and we're getting updates on that on the daily. So
now for some magical reason, as well as Apple does with their security to protect any iPhone leaks, every year there's some really big leaks that are almost 99% accurate.
Every year they do seem to get more accurate, and I think it's just due to the more open nature of the internet and people finding ways around their physical security and doing stuff like that. Getting back on the topic of the Google Pixel,
we don't have to stay on topic. We run this. We don't have any networks telling us to shut up.
That's true. Shout out independent. I will say possibly, because you also have to keep in mind Samsung did a very similar thing, and Samsung was breaking records. So Samsung basically the sensor on paper is about the same for their camera. However, they still had one of the best cameras, and in my opinion, definitely one of the best cameras on a smartphone I've ever used. And they've done minor tweaks to that, so everyone will still see it as a great camera. If they only add optical image stabilization and fix a few things in software like that lens flare effect, I think they can do great with the camera. That really was the biggest strong suit in my opinion, besides the software of it. And I do think that they're going to take a strong look at what's going on with the bezel-less trend this year, and if they don't add 2 out of these 3 things, then I think they're going to be in hot water. If they don't add water resistance, wireless charging, and a near bezel-less display, or at least much smaller bezels, 2 out of those 3 things. If they don't do 2 out of those 3 things, then yeah, the Google Pixel's probably going to be on store shelves, unlike it is now, because no one's going to buy it. Now, when you have an LG G6, which is now budget pricing at almost all carriers, and a superior Galaxy S8.
Which is crazy because it's a flagship phone. It's a great phone. But here we go again, another year where LG are not getting their just dues.
It's all about how you market, and it's all about how flashy the experience. If they modeled their UI to be as flashy and gaudy as TouchWiz is, I guarantee people will look at it. If they see like those if they have HDR like video running at all the LG G6s, and people walk by like, oh, what's that?
You're right with that. That'd be a big help for them. I lost my train of thought because I had.
We were talking about the Pixel.
Yeah, I know we were talking about the Pixel and the LG. Oh well, whatever. Not really important if it jumped out of my brain like that. We got 5G coming within the next year.
Real 5G?
According to AT&T, they have 5G now, but
5G evolution.
I've got this nice beachfront property on the moon. I like to sell you in one of the over in the German Galaxy for 50 cents a mile if you want. If you believe that AT&T has real 5G, no, but T-Mobile plans to have it out 100%, blanketing the entire country by 2020.
Right, not hotspots, not at your New York City and your Houston and your Detroit, like actual
full nationwide 5G coverage. The real deal from current towers, new towers, 5G.
That's really dope because last I checked, that's less than 3 years away. That's awesome. And the capacity of the network, just the capacity, not necessarily the speed, but the amount of people that can run on this frequency and still maintain high speeds and high bandwidth is excellent. I'm really looking forward to what T-Mobile can do with their towers in general and the quality of the service.
Yeah, I mean, well, they won the bid for the most low frequency spectrum, like 600 megahertz. At first, I thought it was 800 spectrum, but it's not. It's 600, and they got the most of it, $8 billion. That's good. That spectrum alone is going to give them some serious penetration power.
Mm-hmm. And, we talked about
how
that
we
before.
need penetration.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that'll probably get them right on par with Verizon in terms of getting through the buildings. So when you get that power,
mostly AT&T. AT&T has the best penetration.
Oh, I thought Verizon was still.
No, Verizon's got the best coverage. AT&T's got the best low frequency. Unless I'm missing something, Verizon's the top dog with penetrating now.
So long story short, 5G is going to be here. John Legere promises by 2020, the CEO of T-Mobile. So we'll see if they can beat Verizon and AT&T and Sprint too with that 5G coverage.
Yeah, because T-Mobile's talking about 5G. They're going to start rolling it out in 2019, but to have the entire nation blanketed by 2020. So, we'll see how that goes.
Hopefully, it's going to be, it's going to be crazy.
That rumor mill is really going crazy. Sprint T-Mobile merger. Will it be called Sprinty T-Mobiles or just called T-Mobile? I'm really curious to see what's about to happen with that. Yeah, I really don't have much comment on the 5G because I think I said enough about AT&T's fake 5G, and we've got T-Mobile. We got John here letting us all know that it's coming and it's coming soon. So let's see what happens.
Nice, and we'll see what models are we on now. Let's see what your Galaxy S11 can push on a 5G network, and your iPhone 10s.
Come on, stop with the S's, Apple. Stop, just stop. Just stop with the S's. Speaking of Apple, the Apple Watch, it's lost a few of its major third-party apps. Google Maps, Amazon, eBay, they all pulled out. All before ejaculating, so there won't be any babies.
But when's the last time you actually whipped out your watch and said, "Hey Siri, search Amazon for condoms"?
I don't. I just say, "Hey Siri." Oh, sorry for all those iPhone users out there. I just say, "Hey woman, tell me what I want to know right from my phone."
Actually, that's one thing I will say. I have never set off someone's Siri by saying, "Hey Siri." But you can surely set off just about any Android phone
Google.
by saying "okay." Oh, and while we're at it, Xbox on.
Yeah, right. Or "Hey Cortana." All those great things. Yeah, not you, Cortana. The other people's Cortana. Yeah, but I don't really like Siri. Siri's not fun to talk to, and it's not really accurate. It doesn't give you the same type of response as using Cortana or Google Assistant. Those are much more accurate, much more fluent. Google Assistant even has an edge over Cortana as far as the information, but my favorite is Cortana. It's more fun to use, and it's pretty accurate in most cases. All right, so anyway, back to this Apple Watch. It's lost Google Maps, Amazon, eBay. Well, wait, where are my notes at? Because I almost forgot. And then it's using some smaller. It's because of like the user base or something. Do you remember what it was? It's like other apps with a smaller user base. They've been pulled out. Did you get a list of those apps?
No, because I want to go off of experience because
it doesn't fucking matter.
Exactly. Now everyone kind of goes through this, especially when you first get your smartwatch, because it's a shiny new device. You want to see what it can do, all these cool things. You try the third-party apps and you realize they don't add anything. They're inconvenient. They don't work nearly as good as the full apps. And even if you get something cool, like if you get videos to run on your watch, you're not going to watch videos on your watch.
Hell no, unless you're just doing it just because you can do it.
Exactly, but you do it once and twice and like, okay, that's cool and all, but just show me what time it is, show me when I get a text message or a missed call or a Skype, and then boom, you track my heart rate, all those core functionalities. The Google Maps is actually kind of unfortunate, but I'm fine enough with Apple Maps now to where that doesn't bother me. Personally.
Apple Maps, their TomTom app, or since they acquired Time, whatever it is, it's not Google Maps. Google Maps is still superior. Apple Maps sucks ass. It doesn't really give you real-time updates or rerouting based on traffic conditions. But I mean, for a smartwatch like Apple's watch, whose sales are already in a little iffy, like are they real?
They're actually on the rise.
Oh, because I didn't see anything new saying, okay, Apple actually released a number saying, hey, these were our sales, these are our current sales, and the Apple Watch 3 is coming. But what I'm saying is, it's a smartwatch. Who cares about all the extra third-party apps? You don't really necessarily need those on a smartwatch unless you plan on, unless you're just one of those people that just want everything just going off, so you always have a reason to look at your wrist. And other than that, I mean, get your fitness apps, get whatever you need that's in relation to fitness, even though it's more of a fashion thing, I guess, and get whatever. I don't know. I just think for a smartwatch, a fitness watch like this, you want to keep the number of apps to a minimum because you don't need all of those apps on such a small display. And I think Apple needs to, they need to either give us the ability to make our own watch faces, or they need to just have a bunch of people back there just dishing them out so there's a whole bunch to choose from, because the selection that's available right now is garbage. The coolest thing they have is Mickey Mouse.
Yes,
and don't get it twisted, Mickey's cool.
Unfortunately, that's one thing about being on Apple's ecosystem, is you're not open source, so you can't get watch face apps, and that may be one benefit of having Android Wear, but it's also, that's really about the only thing you would want third-party apps for and actually be useful at this point. So everyone kind of, they probably learned their lesson. They shut down, because it's just like, remember when you first got your smartphone and you downloaded little stupid things like an app that was the Zippo. I always compare it to the Zippo app, the Zippo lighter app. It's literally you flick your phone, you open up a Zippo lighter, and you strike it, and it makes a flame. Little weird apps like that. You know,
Yeah, that
one
people
that
were
shows you
paying 99 cents for.
the novelty apps, and that's what majority of apps on smartwatches are. You know, even as far as the legit ones like Domino's and Amazon. You're not going to order a pizza from your watch. You're lazy. You will want to order delivery, but you want to get your order right.
Yeah, and doing it from the watch is not it. And this is all voice, and the voice accuracy is 100% correct all the time. And we know that's not the case, especially if Siri is the mediator.
Indeed. So, yes. Getting back to, I really wish I'd wrote it down, but it was strange because almost in the exact same news feed, only like 1 or 2 articles apart, is I saw this stating the Apple Watch is losing support for apps, and then it was another article saying that
those are those headlines, man, playing with you. They're getting people to click or read.
Right, the clickbait. But another two ones down were stating about how that the attach rate of Apple Watches is on the rise, and that sales are up overall for the Apple Watch. Demand is going up right now since the Series 2 is now in full stock and people are getting to see it more often.
Mm-hmm.
So, it just goes to show that the two things aren't exactly correlated.
Okay, so when was the last time you played Pokemon Go?
About like a week ago, to be honest.
Liar. Really? So you played recently? That's cool. So had you noticed anything different? Because Niantic pushed out some server-related updates for Pokemon Go. You don't have to download your app to have access to the changes because they're in the back end. All you have to do is play.
Mm-hmm. So, me personally, no, but I mean, I went a solid 8 months before playing it again, so all of the spawn rates are much higher than when I played them at launch. Everything's different from when I played it at launch, but apparently they finally addressed the issue for people who live sometimes miles away from Pokestops. You're getting a boost in spawns. You're going to be able to go down the road and find Pokemon.
Oh, just by taking a walk, or riding a bike, or riding shotgun in the car or something.
Yeah, the normal way that you encounter Pokemon.
The normal way is on foot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one that mentioned riding shotgun and riding on a bike. You do still have that threshold. Was it like 30 miles an hour, or did they lower it?
I don't know, because I've noticed that it doesn't say anything until I get over 30, so they must be at 30. But I know before I could be doing 15 and it says, all right, you don't do this while driving. And you have to press, I'm a passenger.
Back in my day, at the launch day, we didn't have no speed.
We sure didn't.
But then again, that was before, 30, 50, 100 million people downloaded it and people getting into car accidents because of it.
Yeah, and people traveling overseas just to collect all the Pokemon. I mean,
I'm actually genuinely curious now. I'm going to look up the Pokemon Go download count.
Yeah, that'll definitely give us something to talk about. So, I mean, I noticed some things as far as spawning goes, but I'm right back to the beginning. I'm seeing a lot of rats, and I'm seeing a lot of pigeons. So, it's the update, I don't think it's not really giving us a bunch of new Pokemon in these respawns. It's a bunch of used old ones. Things that we've already seen or we're tired of that we don't want, but we're happily to catch them and take the candy. Like me, I'll swap them out and just get my candy for them because I don't need them, especially if they're low end. Give me my XP points for it.
So I just looked it up. On the Google Play Store alone, it has over 100 million downloads.
Yeah, see, that's crazy.
On Android alone.
100 million.
Million with an M. That's 1/10 of a billion.
No way, that's a really big number.
I know my zeros. But yeah, so I'm assuming...
Don't assume, ass.
What's, you pull up your app store, sir, since you're on the other side of the pond.
Already on it.
So let's get our rough number here.
Oh, it doesn't tell me the download side history. Yeah, that's what it does not do.
We'd like to thank you for tuning in to First Issue Tech today. We proudly brought today by our sponsors. Wait, we don't have any sponsors. We're independent because we do this for us.
We do it for us and a love for you guys.
For you.
All right, but I do want to just say a big shout out and thank you to our friends over at Team Xbox Live Network. Just check them out. Got any Xbox questions? Anything you want to know about games? Looking for a great community? Log in with, meet new friends, game, great community, meet new friends, game, Xbox Live, best community compared to the best console community out there. Just go over to xboxlivenetwork.com and check them out.
So, I don't have anything totally official, but I just want you to wrap your head around this, man. According to an article from Polygon, which I do actually trust Polygon, the only reason I mention them, that dates back to September of last year. So, granted, it probably hasn't exponentially grown, but the combined downloads in September had crossed the 500 million mark.
Wow. That's almost 1 billion. Yeah, see, look, I'm still looking and clicking on the App Store, and it doesn't say. It just shows how many people gave reviews.
See, they need to take the business model from McDonald's, over 1 billion served daily.
There you go.
Gotta let them know how important that app is, that they gotta have it.
Let people know how you slinging it.
You want to know how many people really are using Snapchat, if you really should convert to the Snaptograms.
Yeah.
Hashtag Snaptograms. I'm going to make it a thing.
You better
It's going to
hurry
be a
up.
thing.
Patent that before somebody else hear it. One of our users. And
I'm going to put it on a hat.
Well, how about
That's what I'm gonna do.
How about you trademark it first before you go throwing it on a hat?
I'll look into that. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a very, very special mission coming up. Mission 15. We're going to give away some Amazon gift cards. What we're going to do is we're going to basically make our show off of your questions. So you submit in the questions and we'll answer them, and we'll announce a winner for those gift cards. We're talking $100 in Amazon gift cards. Ooh, you know what you can get from Amazon with $100? Especially if you got Amazon Prime. Ooh.
And you get it fast too, man. Ooh. Just make sure you throw a couple condoms Courtney's way. He's got a thing about pulling out.
Yeah.
Some reassurance.
I need something. Also, we've got we're gonna talk about that Sprint Magic Box if you guys haven't already heard about that one. But we're gonna sit down and talk about that thing in detail and what it can and cannot do at this current time.
Do a little homework. Any of you guys that are rocking Sprint right now, go to a Sprint store, because I believe just about every Sprint store has one, and just check what it does to your phone. There's a reason they call it Magic Box, and I'm gonna leave it at that. It's your homework, Sprint
That's
users.
Kyle, man, it's been great. I appreciate the show.
Always a pleasure, man. Thank you guys for coming and listening to us complain and rant about your Google Pixel that we didn't really talk about that much, but yeah.
No, they just enjoy the sound of our voices. That's why they keep coming back.
I know I enjoy the sound of your voice, man.
'Cause,
especially you getting frustrated.
We've got faces for radio. That's what we got.
Well,
we're gonna leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Again, thank you all for coming out, listening to us while you cleaned your kitchen or cleaned your bathroom, driving to work, or whatever you were doing. We appreciate it. Make sure you let your friends know. Subscribe, check us out. Subscribe to us. Go to our website, firstissue.tech, and you'll see a little commentary and jokes and things from episodes that we talked about. And then you learn a little bit more about us. Dun, dun.